Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you've found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention, because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need Fate Chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your Fate Chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Hey everybody, welcome all you Architects of Fate, and welcome to Star Trek Adventures Back in Business. And tonight we're going to enjoy Star Trek and the world of Star Trek, and we're going to do it from the point of view of the Ferengi, or at least Ferengi adjacent people, and we're going to totally try that, but we're down a player, and what we have is some really great people. Rufus has joined us, Rufus Actual has joined us to play, and he'll be doing a character tonight. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a thing called a side trek, and I'm going to get my map up here. This is a side hustle called Fugitives of Fortune, and we have characters in the show, in the game. We have Gorath and Lyra, and Lyra didn't even get a last name, so she's going to get a last name tonight. That's going to be how that goes. And this is how Gorath and Lyra came to be on the freighter. Now, we may not wrap this all up in one night, because we might do this, it might be a couple of night run if we have some indulgence. But what I do want to do is introduce our players. First off is Paul Snellpuck, and he's going to be playing Gorath, and he actually created all these characters. So he's going to kind of lead us through things. Do you want to say hi and give us a tiny bit? A little stuff. You don't have to launch us into you don't do the log yet. Just, hi, how you doing?
Okay. Hi, how y'all doing? It's great to be back. We've had some bumpy times here to get back in business, but I'll be playing Gorath, who's a Danubian engineer, who, as you will see, is very interested in music and different cultures of music from around the known universe. And it should be a lot of fun to get this background going.
And next up is, I'm going to go with Super Cam, who will be playing Lyra, who does not yet have a family. Is that your family name or your first name? Your personal name?
It's probably her personal name, since that's what Gorath calls her.
Okay.
So she'll have to have the Bajoran surname in front when we think of it.
I like the idea. Huh?
Oh, I was just going to go into my spiel, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I was thinking that she would, that basically this is going to be like Uhura, where she has a name, but you don't hear it the whole thing. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that would work too. Hey everybody, I'm Cam. I'm playing Lyra. She's the ship's, or at this point, not the ship's medical officer, but she is currently on this music festival thing with Gora that we'll find out about. She's Bajoran, and I actually have Bajoran ridges on my nose, which are not really showing up well on camera. So I had to do that scary "I'm coming out of your screen" like the Ring movie thing just now. But anyway, hopefully we'll have a good time on this side hustle and see how these characters made their way to the Ferengi trading vessel captained by Cash Dash.
Yeah. And we don't. Dave is out right now, so we'll hopefully hear from him soon. And then batting cleanup. We have a special guest. And I don't know what you can invoke guest rules at any time, Rufus. You could just declare, well, I'm the guest, so that means my dice rolls work all the time, or I should have free access to the liquor cabinet. If you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, because no one's ever heard of you on the channel, and also if you want to tell us a little bit about Draylock, the person you play, or maybe not tell anyone about him.
Well, hi everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I am going to be playing a character called Draylock, and I think as part of who he is, he likes to be a little bit mysterious at first. So we'll just, if you stick around, you'll find out who he is.
Okay. I worked it out. I wrote the character sheet up for him, and now Rufus has more numbers in front of him than when we did taxes last night. So bear with us. All right. So to set the mood a little bit, this is a side trek, so we're just picking up in medias res. And to get us into it, there's a personal journal log, memory play. I don't know what Gorth's going to do. Actually, what's Gorth doing like right now? And for this to be a memory log. So what's Gorth doing right now? And then
Gorth is on board ship. They in his perspective now, he's just joined the crew, and we're actually making our way to our first stop, the planet with strange fruit and zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie characters. So you'll have to see past episodes if you want to know more about that. But yeah, so he's just having a bit of quiet contemplation and just kind of thinking about how he ended up in this situation and hoping that the future is bright rather than grim and grave as he has been seeing it for the last maybe few months or so. So he's sitting in his quarters on board ship. The lights are down low, and he is having a sip of his favorite beverage, and just thinking about things. He knows that Lyra is trying to make make order of the sick bay on ship, and he knew that she'd have her hands full with that. So he thought he'd let her be while he just kind of considers, what happened and where all things went. So that's where he is. So as I think about the past events that led both Lyra and myself on this new journey, I can't help but wonder, and probably expect some kind of situation to arise that came about from us exiting our last location in such a hurry. I love music so much. It's such a huge part of my life. Music has been in my family for my entire life. It's part of our extended family's background and how we make sense of the make sense of the universe. And I can't help but think back on my days at Starfleet when I first came across the equations that, or first thought of the equations that allowed me to have this idea come to fruition, which is a translator of music, a device with which anyone could use to then have a more personal understanding, or a personal connection rather, to any music that they hear, whether it be something like Klingon opera to Nikidian folk music. The Nikidians are an unknown race that I've stumbled across in my collections of music.
Okay.
And it's this device was really quite amazing. And the first time I tried it, of course, it had its flaws and it needed to have its kinks worked out. But through a lot of effort and a lot of time spent, I was able to get the device to operate to my high standards. Music needs to be felt. The earth saying of music is a universal language, I think, bodes truth. Music can affect every race in this universe, and we can benefit greatly from understanding each other better through music and through art and through culture. And it was always my desire to make this happen. So, after initial tests proved to be very successful, I branched off and had other of my colleagues at Starfleet Academy listen to various music that they've never heard of before. I have a vast collection of music. And so I had lots of opportunities to, test the device out on many different kinds of species at Starfleet Academy. And it was highly successful. So going into the thing, I remember after meeting one of my wives, Lyra is her name, it's her true name. She encouraged me to take this to a new level. She's always been kind of a stepper into the new areas of expectation and experience. She's totally brave in her desire to seek out new things and take them to the advantage that they present themselves. And so she encouraged me to form a festival. And of course, I'm sure she thought that a festival, somewhere around Starfleet, would be a good start. But of course, I had to take it much too far. Now that I think about it, I took it to a point where I found a settlement. I found a Orion settlement, and they were very interested in bringing in commerce from other areas and trying to develop this economic structure of this settlement. So the thought of bringing in different cultures through music was actually intriguing to them, and they saw many ways in which they could benefit and turn a tidy profit off of people coming in from all over to witness this new experience. And so they, the syndicate, decided that it would give me a chance and help back this enterprise of an open air festival around this colony, um, where different venues would hold different musical presentations. And through the use of this musical translator at each venue, um, you know, then people coming to the festival would be able to enjoy and experience this new experience. And that was quite intriguing in their minds. And also, I couldn't help but see the dollar signs ring up in their irises. But I was thankful for the opportunity and the backing for this enterprise. They, of course, had tested the device and seen how well it could work. And so Lyra and myself, being the heads of the festival, um, hired many different individuals to help us organize the different venues, help us organize the invites to the different cultures that would be presenting musical entertainment, and setting up sales of tickets and transportation and lodging locations. So it was a rather large endeavor. And as I think about it, it was much too large. I really went over and beyond. But I guess I really wanted to make a real splash. So the festival finally ended up getting organized and started. And as the first venues were opened up, are we okay?
Yeah, no, I was going to say we could start playing anytime now.
Okay. All right. So I'll
I
drift
apologize.
off
I was
my
like,
memories.
oh, wait a minute. Okay. Where are you standing? Who are you with?
You said give me three sentences.
I
guess
needed
I went
three
over
sentences. I'm gonna make the joke. I didn't say 3 life sentences.
that.
But yeah, go.
Is that enough background for you?
Yeah, that's enough background. Hopefully, somebody better pick up what you're putting down. But where's the first venue? What venue are you in? Is Lara with you or not? And I've got an Orion if you want to talk to him.
So I would say that we together would be together to be there for the first venue. I think we would have had a main like front runner.
I have a venue
fairly well known.
I have a venue that I'm about to just drop in here.
Go with it.
Boom. That's spacey enough for you?
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
I've also got I've got some CD ones. I've got some other I've got an open air Replimat, a few other things. So yeah.
Well, yeah, venues of all kinds.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag Lara Gorath. At the moment, Rufus, you can decide if or how. Well, it's not supposed to be that. How come you're not? All right, fine. Change background. Sorry, choose image. Oh, wait, I can just do it here. Change background, choose image. And I can just literally drop this image when I need it. There you go. There's one of them, and hopefully there'll be a second one here. Done. Okay, so there's one of the venues. I'm going to drag, copy. I'm going to show you the second venue. So there's one of the venues. There's another venue. There's some hippie open air festival shit if you need that too. But yeah, so what are you guys doing walking around?
So, we're walking around, kind of enjoying the excitement that's been building up. as people have been arriving for the last few days, uh, our own excitement is at a high, and really looking forward to this first performance.
Okay, and where
Yeah.
have you? Well, since you're not going to be the
So
since you're not
I'd say that
performing,
we
where are
were.
you at? You
So
back
I'd
here?
say that we were kind of more at. So I'm seeing this command council
Yep.
situation here.
Yep.
I would say we'd be at some kind of booth, where we'd be able to, we would be witnessing the performances, via some kind of satellite, transmission, and able to switch between the different venues to check on the status and how things were going.
All right. Well, what this person who, for no apparent reason, will be named the same as the person that's involved in your other back in business game, your other
Right.
side hustle, and I don't see that being a problem to my mind.
No,
No,
Actually,
I don't
you
either.
can be all over the
Uh,
place.
but Davos Krell he's an incredibly charming guy. You never say anything bad about him. He is totally not like any Orion you've ever dealt with. He is just that kind of a guy. He's been wonderful and everything. I think there's Yaza Vexus is also in there, and she's, I think, brooding. I think she's one of the brooding people.
Oh,
And yeah, so she's they've been treating you very well. What I'd like to do is, Garth, I'd like an engineering. Are you just checking over everything at the last minute?
Yeah.
Okay, Lara, what are you doing after? I don't know what you'd get to do if you're like an advanced ticket taker or what the hell. How are you occupying yourself during this?
I'm actually going over the list of who's performing at what venue.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. Is Davos like within talking distance?
He can be the second you want him to be.
Okay, because I was gonna say to him, I'm really excited. You were able to procure the bandy vocalist Whaler Thrift to headline the first day of the show.
Okay.
Whaler is awesome. They are just a very exciting performer, and I hope that their music can transcend to all the different species that are going to be here.
Okay, and what we're going to do, I'm not going to try and get a Whaler Swift visual, but
Whaler Thrift.
Whaler Thrift. Okay.
She's bandy like Grappler Zorn.
No, he's a bandy.
Yeah, because band music. But I was looking for a Star Trek race that.
No, that's absolutely Grappler Zorn. Yeah, give him a bandy because someone's gonna write up. They have something special like grovel. Seems to be in prison animals. That seems to be their thing. Yeah, so what we're going to do is, I don't have Whaler Swift on there, but I dare not type it into ChatGPT. Given Whaler Thrift, I dare not type it in. But if you do have any images, if you want to throw those into the group chat, we can do that. But yeah, so you're checking. He's really happy. Davos says, "Oh yeah, I called in a few favors. It's a way of things are." And Lyra, what? Let's see. Let's have an insight and either medical or command. It's up to you.
Medical for sure.
Okay.
All right. Insight 9, medical 4, so 13 or less. Get a little asthma shaking here.
Yeah, she's not too intuitive.
All right. I rolled 1 success and 1 fail, but not a critical fail.
Okay.
So I had 1 success.
Well, for a single success, you're basically Yaza back here is she's really hard to read for you. She's like a really not mysterious, but just keeps to herself, doesn't talk. and she just kind of sets you on edge normally. Even in any case, you've not really gotten along with her super well. Not long with her, but basically just, you know, she didn't interact with you at all for anything. And but she's always like looking around at things. She's always, you know, you get the sense that she's technically savvy, but she has not conspicuously steered clear of Gorath. You know, not engaging him in conversation, not doing anything like that. Lyra, yeah, and Davos, he's very smooth, and you know, you get the sense that he's very eager to have this music festival, but you do definitely get the sense that that music festival is the beginning of something else. You know, that, and there's some arrangements, that, because were you responsible for like placing the venues in relation to each other or anything, or not?
No, I just more made sure that the performers were getting to the right venue, since we have multiple places.
Okay.
And so I have like a pad with the list of the different performers, and
Okay.
I was not overly concerned, I don't think, about, you know, sort of rivalries. Like there could be an Andorian and a Tellarite performing one right after another on the same stage, because the idea is that the music is going to be universally liked because of the translator. So I didn't purposely put species that have, you know, animosities on the same stage, but I also didn't purposely separate them. So I'm just going over the list and making sure everybody gets to the right place at the right time without pushing and shoving.
How big are the crowds you're expecting? Do you have, I mean, I'm thinking like we got thousands and thousands of people that have all got to be moved around, right?
Yeah, I would call this Lollapalooza in space.
Okay. So what we're going to do is have...
Although secretly she calls it Lyra Palooza.
Oh, God. We'll go with that. Let's see, I've got Lucille Ball here. All right. And I have no chance of... Nobody's made up Bandy AI characters, so we're not going to have that.
The only one they have is Grappler's Arm, but I did in the Skype throw up just some random alien. Of course, obviously it doesn't look like a Bandy. So.
Oh God, Fifth Element. We'll just do that. Yeah.
Because why not?
Well,
absolutely.
Because you'll expect things of me. That's why not. Yeah, so you have the controlled chaos of all this going on, and that's definitely just, you know, taking your mind off. But you guess since Davos is doing stuff. Garth, I was going to ask for an engineering. You were probably going over all your stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
And Garth, what I'd like to do is, let me see, what do I got? You've got... I'm trying to find your character sheet, sorry.
Engineering and insight.
Okay, let's do engineering and insight to go look at things. Those are the worst ones you can have.
A 17.
Are those your worst? Oh God. Yeah, that's right. It's either critical failure or not.
Yeah. So I got 1 success and 2 successes.
All right.
Straight ordinary.
Straight ordinary?
Yep.
All right. Well, Gorath, you've got this, things are looking good. Everything's set up. You're checking like the relays, because basically how is this set up? Is there an individual node in each venue of this translator? Is it embedded in the microphones? Is it just rectal suppositories? How does this thing physically interact? Or is it just built into everybody's
So how
UTs?
it interacts with each individual is each individual is given um, like their own little personal relay,
Okay.
which they can set to language, culture, setting of their choice. And so as they hear and witness the music and the performance um, through their own personal, I'm going to say, uh, um, they have like an earpiece that attaches to it, for
Okay.
them
Yep.
to hear the music. And through that, they can experience both of the sound and the meaning behind, the I want to say the emotional connection with the music that the performer has with the music is translated into something that they can better understand through their real.
All right, I'm going to add another Orion here. And I have no idea what to name them right now. But I'm going to name them something.
Seal Law.
Ouch. That? Is that good enough?
That's good enough.
Okay. All right. She's the engineer that's in charge of was in charge of the translators. Okay, because these all need to be manufactured. They all need to be spec'd out. So you're going back to the old-fashioned UTs from like Enterprise, where it's like hanging on their shirt and there's an earpiece. Okay,
right.
So she's been. I mean, you've worked with her a bit, and she's very much the. Hey Rufus, would you mind taking Seal Law? Unless you wanted to just jump your character in.
Sure, I'll take her.
Okay. She really is excited about. She's more worried about how they look. Like she's got some Beats by Dre feelings going about this, and this has been a long-standing argument with Gorath. And she may or may not have done this on her own. She may or may not have decided to restyle them on her own. But Gorath, Seal, you just delivered a batch, and you're showing the case to him. These are going to be like the platinum elite, because there's several grades of ticket and there's several grades of translator. You decided to make
absolutely.
You decided to make several grades of translator. I don't know if Gorath signed off on that deal.
Yeah.
So you
I
guys
think
can talk
Gorath
if
would
you
have
want.
been more interested in keeping it simple for this first.
Yeah.
Extravagant.
Yeah.
Overreaching.
Okay.
Experiment.
Okay, Seal, you're very proud of your work. Go for it.
Well, I was thinking about how expensive the tickets are, and also that people are paying at different levels. And I know we've already said that they would get special T-shirts for each different level, but I also thought that maybe maybe the music units should also have a little bit of flair depending on the level of ticket buyer. So I took the liberty of making this wonderful selection, all of the way from entry level to top tier. Each one has a distinctive design.
Gorath, takes, I would assume, like a case with the different, right?
Yeah.
The things, and kind of glances over them with a judging eye. He's like looking at them and really making sure that they fit the snow. This is a little bit beyond what I originally intended. I had wanted to be a little bit more simple, but I brought you on.
I'm putting up some of her ideas.
Nice. I brought you on to this endeavor because you came highly recommended, and I have to say that the results are interesting, especially the rainbow one. If only you could have put different colors of the rainbow up through the headpiece there, that would have been great. But anyway,
Oh,
Well,
well,
there's
can
still
you tell?
time to replicate some, I could add like a special little color flare, maybe a color selection. That's always popular, is everyone picking a different color.
Sure. Can you give me an idea of for the different levels what options they have?
Well, they all function in a very similar way, but it's just
Sure.
the distinctiveness of the unit itself. And in some cases, they're tailored to species, but it's also just a matter of just giving options for individuals to feel like they can express themselves through their selection of device.
I I approve. I like I said, it's more than I thought of, but I think it's a very good idea to kind of keep keep in mind that not everybody's head is going to be shaped the same way. So that's very intuitive of you. I have to I have to admire your work there. Good job.
Oh, thank
I
you
just
very
hope that
much.
I hope that the experience is everything it's worth.
anyone who wants to use that line is welcome to it.
Well, we
Can we
certainly
all
don't
keep
all.
our?
Yes, I
Yeah,
think
go
that's a
ahead.
good thing to remember. I think I'll take your advice and keep in mind that we don't all keep our ears in the same place.
That's true. That's for true.
Because we're going to make callbacks to this. This is all we got going for us right now.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
not even sure where the
I
Horda
think
have
they
their
look
ears, but
really.
oh yeah, the
They look
Horda.
really
Yeah, how
good.
the Hordas are a problem. So what I've got is there's a kitten. Hey, let me
kid,
see. We got hey Rufus. Can you give me evens or odds?
Oh, is it just something I have to roll for, or just pick one?
It's something I will roll for because you get scared of dice.
Let's go evens.
Okay. Oh come on, really? Dice overlay? You're really
yeah,
gonna screw me. You're gonna screw me here, aren't you?
Oh, I love it when the dice work,
I do too, and then they don't
and then they don't.
because we actually tested this and they don't.
Well, well, well. Well,
All right,
Oh, Felix is
fine.
back.
Felix is back, and he's not back for long.
He didn't come back to roll dice though. I see.
No, he did not. He should not have come back to roll dice. Copy the dice overlay URL and put that back up on screen. Apparently, yeah, I'm seriously loving that my efforts have utterly failed. So screw that. I'm going to be a little annoyed about the whole situation, but we're just going to go with it. We're just going to roll dice the old-fashioned way. It's 11. I think you said odds, right?
No, I said evens.
Well, you suck. Okay.
should have said that.
Should have said
I'm
odds.
really not good at rolling, even when you're doing it.
Even when I'm doing it. Oh, God. So what I'm going to do is there is... yeah, you do get the size of the acoustic canal. You forgot that the Andorians can keep their antenna several different ways. So there is going to be a problem with the Andorian versions of these because they've got 3 different versions of where their antenna go. So that's a problem. That's
Couldn't theirs
mostly
just be like wraparound foil?
yeah, but
Like
are they
a
are
little
they
pigtail that
are
goes
they
around it.
are these the
Yeah,
front, are
like a
these the
little
front?
pigtail thing, and then they just stick it in wherever the opening is.
Mhm. Are
Do I
these
have staff working on this?
you can?
All right. I'd hate to think I had to do all this by myself. I'm sure I have a crack engineering team, plus designers that are just,
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll
really,
call
really
you.
working hard here.
So we'll call you. Is it
Well, the
Pella?
syndicate spared no expense.
Yep. So you go back and start fluttering off, but yeah, now these new earphones are now going to start to be distributed out. throughout the venue. And these are all, but they're all controlled from the central panel, or do they each pick it up on their own? How does this matrix? Is the matrix centralized or is it decentralized?
So I think each venue, has its point where it transmits a signal from the performer,
Okay.
which then is picked up by each individual device, which then goes through its own matrix
Okay.
to figure out how best to adapt itself to the personal choices of the listener.
Okay. You're from your insight and everything. You're noticing that, like, because you have to download a matrix to all of these. You have to download a database to these
Right.
venues, and I'm assuming you tailored them to Taylor Swift, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who?
Or to whoever it is. Yeah, I'm sorry about
Whaler
that.
Thrift. Whaler Thrift.
Whaler Thrift.
You don't want any international copyright violation.
Yeah.
No. She would come after us, I'm sure. No.
Yeah. But yeah, so we got I'm so sad about that dice overlay. So, I'm just dying because it was so nice. Well, you're noticing that the databases that you have, you've already put out, right? You put out the databases, and the check values aren't coming back correct from a couple of them, which is indicating like that they're probably in some way maybe they didn't download right. It's like they're the wrong. There's a thing called a checksum for data transfer. So the checksum's coming back different. The file size is more or less right, but the checksum's coming back different. That's from your intuition, just rechecking something and going, hey.
Something's not quite adding up.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that aren't adding up in a couple of venues. And you get to decide, Cameron and Paul, or Jeff, which venue, what are the two venues that have the problems? Each of you gets to pick one.
I'm
I
going to
think
pick the main one with Whaler Thrift,
Okay.
because that's the most famous singer. So if that one messes up, it'll make a lot of people upset. I'm all about the chaos.
Okay.
And then Lyra is sort of looking over Gorath's shoulder and goes, "Oh boy, the autophasic emissions on some of these just I'm a little concerned about what they'll do in the psychological profiles of some of the species here." Had to get some technobabble in.
Our matrix setup might not be complete enough for so many different species. I agree.
Oh, this is the main venue. She's gonna use a giant.
Can I attempt to make some adjustments on my end to see if we can ease through it?
Yep.
So I'm gonna try and synchronize the geoorbital transmission tower to see if we can kind of sync it up better with the individual devices.
Okay.
See if that helps.
I'm going to tell you right off the bat that fails. This is definitely something that remote doesn't work. You may have to go down into a space. There's the place where the giant Taylor Rift playing. And Rufus, where's the second venue?
It's in the section where they're doing DJs and having a rave.
Okay. Let me see. I'm just gonna do Space Rave or yeah,
Space Rave, yeah.
we're gonna do Space Rave.
Zero G.
Oh, excellent.
Why are
Zero
you?
G
Oh,
stream. Now that
let's
sounds
if we're gonna test shit, let's test it. Image. With DJs. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Let's give it our all here. Hey, thank you, Rufus. Is anybody in the chat? Nobody's in the chat. Oh, Ghost Ship.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah. I
Oh,
welcome
hey,
them.
Ghost Ship. I'm sorry. Is Ghost Ship even still there? Oh man, I'm sorry. Did I totally miss them?
I did the AOF. Covered our bases because we have different streams on different nights. He was brought here from Orange River.
Oh, Orange River. He's definitely Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
At least I hope. Yeah. Actually, no. I advertised that we did different things on different nights. Yes. Hello. Sorry about that. Hey, I'm going to tell you something. You may have missed this, but we have a thing in the game. This is not necessarily passive. Where essentially you get this thing called fate chips, and our broadcaster Felix is going to send you some fate chips. And what you can do is you can use items. You can use a redeem command, which is bang redeem, and you can tell it redeem an item, and the items you can choose from. Or items. Yeah. But basically what you can do is you can throw pretend money at us, which is free, and you can actually just influence the story. So if you guys that are listening or watching along, it's okay. That's the whole point of it. We weren't kidding when we said play along with friends. Just bring in something and say, hey, you're new, so just pretend. Do things, say, hey, wouldn't it be nice to have Galrock show up? So and so fumbles their phaser, that kind of thing. So if you've got ideas or things to throw in, that would be great. This is the lamest looking DJ thing I've ever seen.
It's not that bad.
But they are floating, so it's zero G. Although they're cheating because they have jetpacks, they should do it completely freeform.
Look. Oh, you really were going to practice zero G combat, huh? I need some flipping off. Never again. It's hard to turn someone on their side too when they're taking drugs. So anyway, what we got is what? How do you?
Just the visuals on somebody in zero G that's.
Oh, this is much better.
Somebody trying to turn them on their side. Oh my God.
Oh, look, I am a bad person. That's why you elected me GM. So here's a quick tip for everybody that gets images made by this god awful plagiarism machine. You can give it a command shrink by 1%, and it makes a format I can use. It gives you a downloadable image in PNG format. So it just comes right down to my system, and I'm ready to go. All right, let's get back to the story. Enough of our other stuff. I'm gonna replicate this one, and we're gonna go to change background, choose image. Sorry about that. This is my life. I'm trying to make terrain. No terrain. Okay, there. I like that a lot better. That feels like much more of a weird ass Star Trek thing. And then there's people being disintegrated on the pads, apparently.
They even got those cool security helmets on from Star Trek 6.
Oh, God. So, Rufus, where do you want Dreylock to show up, if anywhere?
Yeah, Dreylock's here for the show, so he's just purchasing a T-shirt and he's waiting in line to get his listening device.
Okay. Where would he be waiting in line at? God, now I've got to make a fucking corridor. Do I need to make a
I'd
corridor?
say, you don't really need a corridor. Let's just say we're there.
Okay, thank you.
Just outside the dome.
Which one are you at? Are you at this one or this one? A?
I'm at the rave.
Or B? Okay, I'm going to drag your character on. Which headset did you pick? I'm not going to make
Coolest
them.
one.
The Vulcan ears. Is that what I'm hearing?
Absolutely, the coolest one. I've always, and I like cosplay, so
Okay.
I think the Vulcaneers would be just fine.
All right. So you are standing. Come on. We can do this. How come Greylock isn't here? There he is.
There.
All right. And Dreylock, there's going to probably be a few dozen NPCs hanging around.
I love the company.
All right. We got a Green Orion guy. We got a loud ass Klingon.
Yeah.
Uh,
Who totally misunderstood the meaning of rave.
Rage.
Right.
I think this
Right.
counts as our very first
Looking for
first
the
test
mosh
of
pit
the.
and stumbled onto this.
Oh god, the mosh pit turns into a fucking bloodbath. Yeah, so we've got we'll just bring in one of these guys because he's annoying. Benzite, who just knows everything. All right, so you're standing in line. You're all your whole glorious 3 foot of yourself.
Mhm.
I'm just going to decide. Hey, Garth, are you going to go to where the other player character is, or are you going to make this hard on me?
Oh, I'm gonna go where the player character is.
Okay. Lyra, did you want to go check? Well, actually, no. There's both a reason. There's a technical reason and a biological reason, isn't there?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just going to send you down to the.
Because the biological, the audio phasic emissions could be psychologically disturbing for certain races.
Okay. You have.
That was my nickel, med student answer from Starfleet Academy.
Okay. So what I've got a bunch of patrons. They're starting to filter in. You have an Orion. You have what looks to be a Klingon, as according to AI. You got a Benzite. You got a Ferengi. That's going to be funny. And you also have like this person of diminutive height that looks a lot like a young Clint Howard.
Excellent.
And now you guys can actually pretend to role play and talk to each other if you want.
All right, well, let's get to the bottom of this situation. We need to try and nip this in the bud as quickly as possible. I don't want this to navigate itself to other forums here.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to do some scans to see if anybody is exhibiting signs that their planetary species is under stress. So I'm scanning the room. I'm assuming I have some sort of medical tricorder. This is pre the rest of the episodes.
Yeah, you actually have equipment here. You actually have the finest medical equipment, unlike the normal campaign.
Right.
I'm gonna run a systems analysis.
Okay. So what I'll need is Vrond, the Ferengi is exhibiting signs of stress because they're being told to stick something in their ear. And that right off the bat is a problem. I'm gonna have what's her name in here. I'm gonna have Seal Doll trying to actually no. Who's this other guy? Yeah. You've got Vrond and you've got Nameless here. We'll just, I don't know what we'll just call him, like Rod. But yeah, Shrod here is trying to get Vrond to like put the thing in his ear. So he's actually trying to get him to use the translator, and the Ferengi's not having any of it. Lara, I think that is your most stressful event.
Yeah, and she's going to go over there and go, be careful. He thinks you're trying to do umox on him. You need to hand him the device and let him check it out and put it in his ears himself once he's sure that it's not some strange autoerotic umox machine.
Yeah, I think that Vrond is definitely gonna do like, hey, I don't swing that way. I've told you this, and it's like he's just basically trying to keep this guy from giving him umox at this point. I really like that. Yeah, that's pretty fun. So yeah, Vrond is gonna try it. I need like a so it'd be command and presence. Unless you can come up with something else. Like if you want to do medical and presence,
no, it's not. Like I don't think medical would work. I think you're right. That unfortunately, it means my, maybe insight and command.
Nope.
Give me one extra.
You're talking to somebody. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess it's
you're talking to him, and the funny part is you have all the tact that Bajoran women have been known for, which is why your presence is probably. I'd split
we'll
it.
Just explain it that way.
Well, I would technically.
It's Major Kira trying to be tender. Right?
Yeah, Major Kira trying to.
All right, so that was a double fail. But no critical failures.
Damn it. All right. Shran just does not understand what the problem is. Vrond is still also... How did I make them both T names? Mm-hmm. Okay, either way, the lazy GM names are still going to continue to bicker with each other about this. And let me see. I'm going to see if... let's go evens or odds. Cameron?
All right, I'm going to say odds.
Okay, sorry. Odds, all right. Trent at least gets one affixed to the guy's ear, and it starts to engage adequately, but not great. So it's right now it's causing him to be like off balance. You can start recognizing that only one of them being on is creating a distortion field, an uneven distortion field, because apparently somebody built a machine that could reprogram people's fucking minds with their earbuds. Somebody went one step to the Cybermen here.
Oh no, he looks like he's off balance.
Yeah, he's tipping over. He's looking green.
It also looks like he's going to get sick.
Yeah.
And I haven't had 0G training yet at the academy.
Well, we haven't left onto the 0G space yet. So you're still like about to enter it.
Area.
Draylock, you're watching these guys. Have you put your earphones in?
Yeah, mine are fine.
Yours are fine. Okay.
I was going to offer to help this fellow who's in distress.
Okay.
And I've got a little flask of Tranya that just might be the trick.
Okay, you go right ahead and you just lay into these things. Don't wait on us. You have an accent and an attitude, sir.
Yes. Hello! Mr. Farig, it's wonderful to see you. I see you're having a little trouble there with the technology. And, I just happen to have, let's just call it a little medicine that might help you retain your balance. Here, just take a little sip. I hope you relish it as much as I.
Oh, this is like, how much is it?
It's my gift to you, friend.
Oh man, he is not thrilled with that. Can you go with a not persuasion check? God damn it. Let's go with a presence plus your either command or I don't know, security maybe.
let's go with presence and command. It's 9, 12 total.
And you have cultural liaison. So no idea. Yeah, you have cultural liaison. So you get a critical range of 3. So 2 dice. Do you want me just to roll the dice for you?
Go ahead.
Okay, you had a how much?
I've got a it's 12. Command presence is 9, command's 3.
Okay. Well, the 3 in command gives you critical success. 3 to 14. So that was 1 die that worked. I have no idea who Polar Knights is. I love it. This is the.
He's noticing all of our beards are in different stages of fullness.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, yeah. Felix is going to give everybody fucking
Deep
fake
cuts,
news.
deep cuts.
The band of beards.
I had to actually grow. You had to
Could our
actually.
vessel be the USS Manscaper?
No, it cannot. Oh God, yeah. Then let's. Is it right? All right. Well, we'll just give you guys some extra tips there. Yeah. So he does manage this. It is a kind of an interesting situation where, all right, Frond is going to take a hit of the Tranya. How much Tranya is in this flask? Is it like?
It's a pretty tall flask.
Is it as tall as you? Is it like a whalebone? Do you have a whalebone?
It's a dolphin bone.
Okay. Let me see. This catches Shrod's attention, and he starts telling you, "Hey, wait a minute! There's no outside food or drink in the venue." So he's going to try and call over a security guard.
Okay.
It's for medicinal purposes. There was like, oh, just this guy's really out of sorts. We need to give him something fast, and they don't have a stimulant.
Didn't you see his balance was just all over the place? I mean, I was really worried about his safety, and you don't want a lawsuit on your hand if someone gets injured.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
you do have to be careful, though. On Bajor, I once heard a Ferengi say that I think Rule 272 was something about the first sample is always free and the rest will cost you a lot. So we don't want him to think you're going to bill him for the next swig.
300 billion. He'll just take all your minerals. Let's see. Yeah. So, the big security guard is coming over to try and deprive you of your food or drink. Vrond is actually kind of fond of this Tranya, and he would like more. Please.
But Lyra has like security level, doesn't she?
A little bit, only a 2.
I mean, she's like.
Oh, she has access.
Competent.
No, she has access, is what you're saying.
Oh.
Are you talking security meaning a skill, or are you talking access to the venue?
Well, no, I'm talking about as far as the hierarchy of the organizers of the entire festival. She's top tier.
You've obviously never dealt with a concession stand, people. There's some brothels. Rule the rule, and the pettier the better. You can try and pull rank on it.
Rules of the venue.
Rules of the venue. Vrond is much more interested in getting more Tranya. Shrod's not too thrilled about it. The big guy is looming over it. Do you, Draylock? What do you kind of want to do here?
I am going to try to.
Wow! Hey, thanks.
I am going to try to convince the security guy that it's just not a good idea to let this wonky off balance Ferengi, get out there and try to dance, because it's just he's going to get injured, and that's going to not be good for the venue.
Okay. Oh man. Yeah, that gives me an idea. I think Rod's making a run for it. He sees a thug, right? Right off the bat, he sees a thug. He sees a guard. He's gonna squeal and he's gonna peel out of there. Rod is gonna make it. Huh?
The Ferengi is when he's going to leave.
Ferengi is gonna make his way. He's gonna make a run for the venue because the guard is coming up behind him, so he's gonna get chased out into the zero-G space. Do you want to, Drellock, do you want to retrieve your dolphin bone from him? Or are you going to let him make a run for it? Okay.
I'd like to get it back.
I want it back.
It's a family heirloom dolphin bone.
Okay, so...
It belonged to my brother, Baylock.
You've had it for generations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it belonged to your brother? Or your...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like the idea that it has his name imprinted on the side. Well, yeah, it is the first time. It was the first time for everyone to get random money. I will say it's great fun to be given random money. A gift sub is a fantastic thing to do. I don't know who Picard Maneuver is though. Because now I don't know. Yeah, is a Picard Maneuver a person? I have totally lost the thread. Never mind. We're going to move on. I'm going to let whatever commerce is going on in chat go on in chat. Yeah, Braun's going to make his run for it. It does have, it does have that. What I need from you, Dreylock, is this is going to be security and fitness. Good luck.
Okay, that is 11. That's
an 11. Okay. So let's do that. Do you have anything like a focus that deals with zero G or evasion or anything like that?
Let's see. You
have tactical evasion.
Let's see. Well, I am an escape artist, apparently.
Yes.
I'm very tech savvy.
Okay.
And I can. So. See, I'm trying to see what. No, I think those would be the only ones that might help here.
Okay. Observant. Oh my God, you have a fuck ton of talents. Yep. Notice details, hidden treasures. Okay, yeah, so you're just going to make a grab. You have a focus that's in the upper thing, the focuses. You have one in tactical evasion, which is dodging, pursuit, navigating, tricky escape routes. I'm going to say that you can also tactically unevade people. You can tactically follow somebody.
Tactically intersect.
Yeah, tactical intercept. So you're going to go for tactical table service is basically what I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you're going to make a run for him. So you'll have a critical range. Security 2. Okay, well we'll go with that. Do you want to buy any dice? You've all got some momentum. I don't know if you want to buy dice to get better or if you're good.
I think I'm gonna just. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm feeling. I'm
feeling lucky.
Okay.
Feeling lucky. Okay.
Yeah, feeling lucky.
All right. These are the first two dice. 10 and a 12. Okay. Well, you didn't feel totally lucky. You managed to. He's outpacing you. Basically, you got tiny little legs too.
That's true.
But then again, he's a Ferengi and he's waddling too. So. I think that the hem of your are you in the silver robes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
With a t-shirt
over the t-shirt over the top of it.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. It's a Space-a-Palooza.
Okay. So he's definitely what happened? I need to reward you guys. This is a huge shock for me to see 4 normal Americans. I need to stop watching Fox News. Yeah. It's okay. It's good to
It'd be
good to
better,
take a
yeah.
breather. It's good to take a breather. We have a Birkenstock sound so you can pretend you're watching NPR if you're after that.
To walk on the wild side.
It's walking on the wild side. Use the Birks. Prius driving, Macintosh using, Birkenstock wearing. We all bring up our tote bags. So Vronda's taking off. Dreylock, you're not quite catching him, so you just sort of miss him as he launches himself off into zero G.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think you're gonna go like this. And this is definitely gonna be, let's go with pretend engineering and fitness. Well, actually, no, let's go with daring and security.
Okay, 10 and 2.
12. Okay, you're
If that's me.
you're a talker, not a fighter. Yep, that's you.
Yeah, so true.
So true. So this is to see if you can kind of recover yourself. You have you're floating it. You're shirt tailing this.
Oh
I'm going off into space.
You're heading toward the DJs.
Oh no.
And you're heading toward whatever that rainbow target is over there. Rond is gonna. Cam evens or Paul evens or odds?
Odds.
All right. It looks like Vrond is actually making it. Vrond managed to settle on one of the little discs that doesn't disintegrate him. The guard and Strand are not doing anything. Gorath, I'm so sorry, but you're trying to make your way to the thing to fix the thing.
The thing.
You've got the it's basically the I think it's the hub for this play for this
Yes.
venue.
I think you're right.
Would you have put it somewhere that you can get to it without zero G? Or are you who the hell came up with zero
I'm
G?
going to say yes, we would have definitely done that. Gareth is very insightful. He was like, no, we can't. We have to make this so that we can get to it into emergency.
Okay.
Right.
So you've got some hand over hand things. So it's on the edge of the zero G, and you're gonna have a security code to unlock the control panel to do some stuff. Lara,
Yes.
while all that went on, you're just watching in stunned disbelief. I don't know if you're going to help Gorath or if you're still watching these Yuts as zero G and out.
Well, I was originally going to try and stop the Orion security guy from taking the Tranya stuff, but since he backed off a little bit and is just standing there, I'll go ask Gorath if he needs any assistance.
Okay. And also you're seeing the big security guy who's like 8 feet tall, 300 pounds, whatever the current WWE champion is that they got into the show.
Why
As a
did they
guest
get
star.
you off of?
Yeah. He's thinking
My
his
name
head,
is Noit.
and he clearly does not want to go into the zero G anything. And Schrond is like yelling at him and trying to get him to go out there. And we'll see if he gets kicked out there. If the audience wants to have some fun with these guys at their expense. Gorath, let's have an engineering, and this is just gonna be a routine. So it's a 0 level thing to open the door, but it's a way to build momentum if you want. So this is gonna need control and engineering.
All right. So just
It's pretty damn good.
yeah, it's still pretty good. I know, agreed though. Yeah, it's a 13 or less.
Yep.
I got an 8 and yikes, a 20.
Yes, thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
Thank you, God. That's
I did get one success.
yeah, that's nice. Thank you.
Just the complication mixed in.
You kept the
The
car.
tasty complication.
Yep, you kept the car. Yeah, I really need to have a YouTube thing that makes the whole screen flash when there's a complication.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is up to Rufus. Well, actually, why don't you pick somebody to give you your punishment? Paul, you go ahead and decide who gets to decide what the complication is.
Oh, who gets to decide?
Oops, I did it again. Played with your heart, got lost in the game.
I don't know.
Okay, got it. Oh, redeem sing. Okay, there's a redeem sing coming up. I'll throw that in the chat. So that's what gift leader decided that was the thing. So yeah, what do you what do you think is going to be the error that happens to Gorath? What's afflicting him?
Who are you talking to?
Actually, whoever Gorath decides is sorry. Whoever Paul, you decide who gives you the penalty.
Oh, Rufus, go for it. Let's see. No, you can't have that pizza. Hang on a second. I got to risk my pizza for my cat. All right. Yeah, Rufus.
Cat comes and steals your pizza. I think you've already decided for us.
Yeah.
I think a cat suddenly appears.
I think a cat suddenly appeared.
Zero G cat. It's a Cation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody get the Cation children out of the 0G zone.
Yeah, I like that quite a bit, to be honest. We're gonna do the image, yeah.
And it's got to be like the wolf pack from Transylvania.
What?
You know what I'm talking about? Is it Transylvania? You know, with Selena Gomez, she's the daughter. I'm not 12 years old. Yeah, I don't know these things. Basically, it's the wolf family have like.
There we go.
A herd of wild wolf children.
Oh, yeah, there we go. The 0G kitty, that's perfect.
That's somebody's.
Yeah, there we go. I love it.
Actually, what I'm going to say is you open the control panel and a cat pops out.
Okay.
And it should go harassing around the room. Yeah, so I think that's funnier than anything. The 1 point gets well, it's for information, I guess, if you want to use it. But I don't know quite what you'd spend 1 point of momentum on related to this.
Players could redeem.
Players can't redeem.
I know. I just want to do something, but I just am sitting on my hands.
What you can do is have a clever plant in the audience and just side channel them and say, "Hey," but don't do that. Just beg the audience. Begging the audience works too.
I want the kitty to be scared and jump for the big Klingon.
Well, actually, the thing is, the kitty's just flipping around anyway. Oh, remember, you can have narrative control. You can say, "Hey, can I play the cat?" And I have to let you because that's how the game works. So the cat's just flailing around. It is clearly not thrilled about 0G because it sprang out at you, did a bit of a door slammer. It launched it. It left the gravity field and is now flying out into the middle of the venue. So, haha on that. And I'm going to put this back here. I'm going to remove that. We could clean up several of our problems in a hurry, depending on what you guys want to do. Hey, GM, thanks for paying this.
Do we cut the feed?
What feed?
The music that's going to. I mean, do we dare do that?
Well, he's just opened the.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Because isn't the 0G connected directly with the musical input?
I'm.
for the experience.
Did you decide
Yeah,
that?
it probably is. Come to think of it.
Did you design it that way?
Well, I don't know. It just seems like it'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's make things
You know,
just even
it
more.
would be cool.
Well, keep in mind that this was built, but you didn't design everything. You gave them the circuit,
Right.
and then the contractor
Oh,
did it.
Right.
So the contractor, yes, the contractor saved money, ran everything through a single processing unit, so that
Right,
zero G
right.
would mess that up.
The idea was like the sonic waves could be sort of semi-solid, and it would be like a rock climbing wall, but to the music as you're floating through the zero G environment.
Oh
There's
my
like little
Yeah, yeah.
particles of sound you could grab. That was your original idea.
Oh,
That won't work. It'll mess up the whole system. We have to see if we can bisect the transmission and divert the zero G field to its own power supply.
What I'm going to also do is, hey, Draylock, the cat's coming straight at you. It's
Oh,
it's confused and or pissed off. You don't know. How familiar are you with earth felines?
I'm allergic to earth felines,
Oh,
and so I am going to start a sneezing fit, which puts me into kind of a spin.
yep.
Every time you sneeze, it
It just blows you
sets
around.
off into a new direction.
Oh god.
I thought for sure somebody did that on the space if they had not done that on the ISS as an experiment.
Yeah.
I feel like my tax dollars have
I'm
been wasted.
disappointed. Yeah, I feel jilted.
I feel seriously ripped off at this point. Waste, fraud, and abuse. So yeah, we've got the we got the cat coming at you. You start sneezing, you're gonna start to bang into the wall. There are those handholds on it if you want to go and make like a physical. Let's go with like a daring and probably con.
Okay, that's a 14 total.
I finally found your sweet spot for skills. So that's just going to be your ability to quickly grab out onto a device, because you can see those rock climbing wall things are coming in and out. So they're counted as a what are they? A crampon? A baton?
Something like that.
They're a baton?
Piton?
They're pitons. 15 and 3. Okay, you did pretty well. I'd say tactical evasion is probably part of this. So you do get two successes. You do latch onto one of these things, stabilize yourself.
Yeah, just in time I was about to barf.
Yeah, I don't know if that's not necessarily the case. You were about to? Let's try that again then. Let's go with fitness. See, this is the thing about this game. How's throwing up work? What discipline involves vomiting? Right? Medicine? You have to know, you have to get a doctorate to learn how to swallow it down. Let's go with, yeah. Your choice, medicine or probably security.
Let's see. I will take security because that's a 2. Medicine's just a 1.
Oh, God. And I need a, fitness. So it's like 11.
11, yep.
Okay. We should be.
It's going to be a mess.
Well, it's going to get on the cat. I just know it.
No, actually, you got
And
3
everybody
successes.
Oh,
All right.
So
I'm feeling better now.
you have a spare momentum from swallowing it down. Yep. You have a spare momentum. Also, that you could spend on any act that involves emesis or grabbing the wall.
Oh, I'm just going to grab a wall. I mean,
Well, I mean, anything above and beyond that.
Oh,
You can bank it, or you can.
Well, now that my stomach has settled, I'll cling to the wall for a few minutes, and now that my stomach has settled, I'll sort of launch myself back out into the party zone
Okay.
and try to avoid the cat.
Okay, the cat is still batting around. Uh, I think actually people are starting to use it like a volleyball,
Oh no!
like one of those beach balls. They're just sort of like, they're not being mean about it, but they're definitely taking a little bit of joy in this.
Tapping it.
They're just tapping it, and the cat is getting increasingly annoyed.
A helium balloon.
Yeah, it's a little helium balloon
It
fangs.
has no idea which way its feet should be going.
No, it does know. It will soon know which way its hairball should work. There's no carpet, so it doesn't know where to hairball. Garth and Lyra, you're going to try and bisect the phase inputs and differentiate between the musical signal and the gravity wave signal. Correct?
Yes.
So I need some engineering and some control out of that.
All right.
Okay. And
Whereas
so
we'll
can
take the lead and I
Lyra
will
assist?
Sure.
Yeah, I will
What's Lyra
assist.
going to do? How are you going to assist?
All right.
Well, I'm going to stick with the music side since one of my focuses is music performance. So I'm going to look at the audio end of the combined signal, the audio and the gravity,
Okay.
and just kind of try to stabilize the waveforms of the audio component.
Okay. What I'm going to say is your focus in EPS systems definitely counts.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, go ahead and give me 2 successes right off the bat, and you actually need 3 successes, but go ahead between you.
Oh shit. Okay, I got an 8 and a 17.
Okay, well that's one
So,
success.
One's a success and one's not.
Lyra gets
All right.
one. Did you want to buy? Actually, I didn't tell you the thing before you rolled.
Yeah, I would like to buy a die.
Okay. Because I didn't tell you about that option. You have 4 momentum altogether.
Yeah. All right. There we go. A 10. So I got 2.
Okay, you got 2 successes. Because you did succeed,
Yeah.
Lyra can now attempt to assist. You're still going to do an engineering task, Lyra?
Yeah, I guess it would still be engineering, and then insight, because I would say that it would be insight because I'm using a music skill to figure out the waveform patterns.
Could just be reason.
No, I don't want it to be. I want it to be insight. It's a very insightful thing. It's not a thinking thing.
You just looked at that character sheet and says, "There's no
I'm just
way."
looking at the character sheet going, there's no way. It's my worst stat. I'm not reasoning my way out of this.
All right.
She's very insightful. She's kind of a holistic chief medical officer.
Before you roll, though, I have a quick question.
Sure.
How does the focus work?
What the focus does is it gives you a better success range. So your discipline, like command, security, science, when you can apply a focus, that becomes your crit range. So if you had a command, like you had an engineering of 5, so basically if you can apply a focus of 5 or below is a critical.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a cool way to do it.
Yeah. So I didn't get to. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
you did 8 is never going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Let's insightful this then. How insightful can you be?
Yeah, all right. Insight and engineering, so 11 or less. Now, an assist, you only roll 1 die.
Only roll 1 die. Yep.
Oh my God.
Crit.
I just
Don't
rolled
say
a
that.
20.
Yes, you did.
Dude.
Do you have any?
Maybe it wasn't, like a
Complication.
person that broke into the system. Maybe it was our own incompetence.
I think maybe.
This is probably why we have to run.
Maybe we were just like, hey, that's what happened. Someone broke into the system.
In fact,
I'm
I
sure of
gotta do
it.
a redeem now. Oh,
Oh,
Gorath, oops, I did it again.
yeah.
I fiddled around with the isolinear chips and I broke our machine's heart. So that was like an ad lib on whoops, I did it again.
Okay. Are you not entertained?
Are we
Polar?
not all entertained?
Thank you so much for that, Polar. We unlike other games that I run, we're getting redemptions out the way in a hurry here. Yeah. So yeah. Oops, you did it again. Let me see.
Nope.
You two are
Those
involved. So
isolinear
Rufus,
chips. Damn
you
it.
have to decide: is this critical failure the one that scrambles everyone's translators and gives them the worst night ever?
This has got to be it. This is.
Yeah, I think that's yeah.
Okay. So what we can do, because we are coming up on the end of the session, there is the feedback noise, and I need putting you all on the spot. What music does the Klingon hear? What music does what's his name? Gravelo. What is the
Oh,
is
the,
it
the bentonite?
Benzonite have? And then are you guys listening? Do you guys have these in?
So,
All right.
And
so
what does
I'm gonna
Greylock
say
hear?
I'm gonna take charge of the Klingon for a minute.
Okay, yeah, you get to hear them. Yeah, if you want to, you can take charge or just tell me what they're hearing.
And he like screams, "Ah, Black Careless! It's elevator music! Ah!"
I like Kenny G just sort of like wafts through
yeah.
elevator.
It's like Kenny
G.
soprano sax, and he's expecting Klingon opera, and he's just flaming out with his batleth.
Yeah, he does draw the batleth. I'm assuming he starts drawing the batleth. The biggest nearest guy is. All right, I'm going to do this. This is going to be the horrible thing that gets us shut down. Cameron, evens or odds?
I am going to go evens because I did odds twice now. So.
Evens. Okay. I let you decide where he attacks. Does he get the floating cat, or does he take out the Orion thug that has just been shoved out by the guy to go get after Vrond?
There is no glory in slaying a cat. I'll go after the Orion.
Okay. Just throw me 2 dice. You need a 14 or you have a 14.
All right. 2 successes. 13 and 14, so almost not successes. But
Nope. Yep. You basically caught a serious edge of him with your blade. He's probably going to try and defend himself. He does better defending himself than you did attacking him. That might be mostly because he's randomly tumbling through things, so more by accident than skill. He manages to like evade out the way so that there's not blood today. And then so Borak is still going nuts though. Did he enter the 0G area or is he still in the corridor?
he's still in the corridor because he's going to brace himself now and look for glory.
Well,
and he rips the headset off and starts singing Klingon opera to just clear his mind from the elevator music.
Yeah, I got a problem. That music doesn't stop.
Uh-oh. Okay, so it's driving him even more crazy.
The music is it's embedded deeply within the neural pathways of your species. So it is playing over and over in your mind. And now, the Benzite, what does he hear?
The Benzite, he hears what can only be like beach music from the 60s, that kind of puts him into a mental feeling of heat and sweat and everything uncomfortable that he could ever feel like he could ever experience.
Okay, so basically
so
it's
the
for
heat,
the.
it's giving him like a heat rash or something like that.
Oh
Because
yeah. Well, because it's beach music, so it's interpreting it as you are on a beach while you're having this. So there's gritty sand.
right.
There's too much sun, and and everybody
and gritty sand in your pants.
in your pants,
Oh God.
toes, pants. It gets everywhere.
Sand in the pants.
Into the pan. That's going to be the next NPC magician I make. Is going to be called Sand of the Pants.
Yeah, right.
Okay, and Draylock, you've got these fancy headphones. And what do you want to do? What music do you get to hear that is probably the opposite of what you like?
Snake jazz.
Got it.
Snake jazz.
Is that a very dangerous thing for the Phasarians? Is there some sort of ancestral what is it called, race memory?
Yeah, it's just, all of that hissing is just not what you want to hear.
No, not when you're 3 feet tall. What I need to do is I need a presence, probably presence and command, or presence.
Okay, that's 12.
Yeah, and if you got any focus or anything that's like get your shit together skill.
Crisis management.
I'd say that you're about to be in a crisis.
I am going to keep calm and cool under pressure.
Yeah, unlike the benzite.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw the dice, and you have an 11 and a 1. That's 2, 3 successes. So you do at least not completely freak out, and you're stunned by the music initially, but I think if you want to, you can take the headphones off, or you can just like bear through it because you paid money for them. I don't know what you want to do.
Well, I mean, yeah. Do they come off once you got them, or does it?
They will come off.
I think I'm going to take them off then.
Okay.
Just kind of get back to reality here.
Yep. And as you pull them off, because snake jazz does give you the feeling that you're surrounded by snakes. They're coiling against your skin. So I'm assuming, you managed to take that off. That was the roll there. You do manage to do it, and the snake jazz recedes after a few seconds in your mind. But you do feel that you might possibly have flashbacks of snake jazz. Okay. Occasionally. You might have some PTSD, some post-traumatic snake disorder.
PTSD?
Yeah.
Man, this festival is just wild.
Oh, you've got this little shirt on. There's a cat.
We spared no expense.
Cat's still floating around. So
never forget this.
The festival. I do like this idea. You got to get your Tranya back. I'm pretty sure that Vrond is hearing something that's like Simon and Garfunkel singing about.
I was thinking of like a harmonic kind of overtone thing that would attack his ears in a way that just would make them tingle in a most uncomfortable way.
Oh, I was thinking he has to listen to socialist songs of the 30s. So he has to hear Rock Candy Mountain.
Oh God! Yeah.
If I Had a Hammer. So he has to listen to folk music from the that's. Again, it's the thing that you absolutely don't want to deal with. I don't know what the DJs are actually trying to play.
Label.
Huh? What?
Look for the union label.
Look for the union label. Oh, I think the union label song is absolutely on a loop in his fucking head right now. This is where we will be.
Vegas, save me.
Yes, Vegas. Well, he's not even going to be able to go. And and the insidious thing is, you start to like. That would be my joke with it. And then what I've got is I've got a new slide, and I believe it or not have seen this contingency for you guys breaking shit. Chaos Festival resized. I have no idea what all that is, but yeah. So you guys are there's as this cascade failure happens, additional additional nodes start to become infected, and it becomes spreading throughout the complex. So what I'm going to do is stop it there. I'm going to put us on a cliffhanger of everything's falling apart. And I think that's a good spot to leave it. Hopefully, we can in a couple of weeks we can all get back together and see how we can all beat Tiny Feet out of here, because I think the Orions are not going to be happy about the disaster. But what I do want to say is, everybody, hey, thanks a lot, everybody, for joining us. New people, which is great. I'm really excited about that. As your reward for this, I'm going to tell you, we've got other things that happen on the channel, and I think Ghost Ship did it. Follow us. One of the things I'm going to ask is if you can follow us on the Discord. If you want to join us on the Discord, fill up your Discord slot with stuff that just keeps alerting you in the middle of the frickin' night. But you can join us. You can talk with us. You can hang out. You can actually, if you want to join a game, we're getting a couple of games together. But on Tuesday, we've got Cyberpunk Red, episode 2, I think, is coming up. No, it's episode 1. All right. And then on Wednesday, we have a to be announced. I think it's supposed to be a D&D game, but I'm not going to promise anything. Thursday, we do have Alien Season 3. We are finally going to be killing players. I think we killed one already. We've got these like weird dragon aliens from some video game. And everything's kind of going sideways because predators are showing up too. Because why not? I'm just going to say fan redeems are not the best in the world for us. Our normal Friday cookie trek game is off. Simon and Rufus are going to be traveling that day. Sunday, I believe we have a D&D game, but I didn't see any notes on it. And then Monday, our sister game, Bejor Rising, Extra Risen, should be coming up. So those are all the things we're going to do. I'm going to hunt quickly for a raid. Let me see, similar, smaller size, and people that we're following. Well, there's somebody who's doing stuff. Okay. We're going to go Milady Saito. But we're going to raid into them. But before we do that, what do you guys want to see happen? What do you think may happen